All right, Steve, we're here at Lime Rock. It looks like we're having a lot of technical difficulties.
Yep, looks like they're getting ready to take the grid. They're at Lime Rock Park with the chicane. Looks like they're going to be running 4 laps. The starting grid, which they're getting ready to go right now, is in the first position's Evan Melanson. In the second position is Typhon Davis. In the third position is Jeffrey Belk. In the fourth position is Brian Herring. In the fifth position is Jonathan Provost. In the sixth position is Yanni P. In the seventh position is Jimmy Effling. In the eighth position is Rumbleseat. In the ninth position is Service. In the 10th position is Jorn Fladmark, if I got that right.
Stop waving.
In the 11th position is Leonie Whittam. In the 12th position is Cheesemaker. In the 13th position is Crusher. In the 14th position is Joey. The 15th position is not on the track. I think that finishes it out. I don't see the other guys. They took their cars behind the wall. So it looks like, if I got this correct, we got 14 racers on the track right now. They're taking their pace lap, getting ready to come to the green flag.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of technical difficulties going on, so just bear with us, and we'll try to get this figured out.
Yep. As you all know, iRacing's doled out a big update here, and they've been having a lot of trouble, and it seems to have affected my the other commentator that was going to be here with us, Mr. Rudy Cummings, so he can't get into iRacing. So this is all kind of a surprise to me, but we'll give you the best coverage that we possibly can.
Green flag.
Or green flag.
Pace cards off, green flag. Get this set up. I'm just not ready. See anybody's car number. That shit up in the way and I can't see. This is hard.
Yeah, last minute details are when things like this happen at the last second. It's pretty tough to get going here. So
yeah, and the numbers are really hard to read on these cars.
if you go with a rear chase, you can see them. Yeah, they're on the front right quarter panel.
Looks like we have Evan Melanson leading it, and he's followed 223 of Evan Melson's in the lead with the 225 of Typhon Davis right behind him. Looks like the whole grid's kind of getting into a single file run here.
Yeah, I was on a track practicing with these guys last night, and a bunch of good drivers, but some of these cars are faster than the other, and the patience level is kind of tough to deal with. It's hard to stay out of people's way. When if you cut the track in any way and you have to slow down, you really cause a pile up. Whoa, and Evan gets a little squirrely there. How's that working out for you, Steve?
Well, they're spreading out all in single file. Makes it a little hard for me to kind of keep up and give these people what they want, but all just single file racing. Oh, looks like Typhon Davis just passed Evan Melanson for the #1 position. Did it with ease. Now we have Typhon Davis in the 225 in the #1 position. #2 position, Evan Melanson. number 3 position is Brian Herring. I think he's just kind of laying back, and I see him, he catches up sometimes on the little bit of straights they get, but when it comes to the corner, he just kind of lays back, lets it go. Looks like they're coming up on some lap traffic here, but we are running more than one car. Everybody's getting out of the way and letting the leaders by. Looks like Brian Herring kind of lost a little bit on the leaders. Oh, but he's picking her up a little bit in that tight turn. Lap traffic's doing a fine job getting out of the way and letting the faster cars by.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not out there getting run over.
Typhoon Davis and Evan Mellinson are just kind of pulling away from Brian Herring right now. He doesn't seem to be catching them like he was. Maybe his car's not handling like theirs. I'm pretty sure I heard someone say they were messing with the setup, so this must be an open setup race here, so you can get in there and tune on your car. Unlike the races we run at MaxSpeedTV, where we always run fixed sets, or Max Speed Racing.
Yeah, some of these guys got this track down pretty good here.
Yeah, they don't seem to be skidding too much in the corners, and everybody's just kind of doing a fine job staying in line, and the passes are going real clean. Got Yanni P in the number 11th in the 7th position here. Kind of watching him a little bit. He's trying to sneak up on the number 36 of Jimmy Effling. He closed a little bit on that straightaway. They're coming into this tight turn here. Oh, he picked up a whole bunch.
That really fascinates me how they're getting airborne right over the chicane there.
Oh yeah, I didn't run any test laps, Mike, so you hop that corner a little bit there in the chicane, huh?
Yeah, they almost leaping right over it. It's a tough one to enter on too, because you can't see it. You know where it's at, but you can't see it. And Timothy Davis is around. We'll go check out a replay of the 225.
And Yanni just took over the 6th position from Jimmy Effling.
Yeah, old Typhoon just gets sideways around the corner, spins it out in the grass, and doesn't cause any havoc.
Well, that's good. I don't think you want to crash anybody on this. That'd make for a sad day. The number 11 of Yanni P is he's laying the hammer down. I think he's trying to catch up to these guys before their laps run out. By some lap traffic coming into this corner here. Past them all with ease. They're all moving over, doing a nice job letting those faster vehicles by. So we got the 223 of Evan Mellinson. He's our leader now. He's got him some lap traffic to deal with. They're doing a fine job getting over and letting him by. Looks like the number 2 position of Brian Herring, he's 1.100 seconds behind Evan now. Looks like the fast cars have put 8 cars down a lap at least, and a couple of them are down 2. If they aren't ones, they might be just ones behind a wall. So they got 6 cars down 1 lap. Go back here and check out Yanni. He seemed to have the most exciting spot. He's coming up on some lap traffic here.
Who is that there?
The number 51 of Deburis.
Good luck
If I
with
pronounce
that.
that right. Yanni is 17.669 behind the leader, Evan Melanson. Let me get that correct. These are all new names to me. Sorry, folks. I'll learn them as we go. Boy, the leader must really have this track down. He just keeps stretching his lead there, Mike. He's up to 4.034 between him and the second place of Brian Herring.
I believe that's a Daytona prototype, isn't it?
You know, I really don't have this car, so I'll take your word for it. You do this race, you probably have this car if I know you.
No, this is one that I don't have yet.
Yet.
I heard they're really fast though.
Yeah, he kind of drifted that small little curve there a little.
Yeah, he's just kind of taking it easy now because he knows he's got a good lead on everyone.
Yeah, and he lengthened her out a little bit more now. He's up to 4.839 between him and the second place car of Brian Herring.
I'm going to pop back here to old Typhoon that spun out earlier. If it will let me. Wow. There we go. He's running about 10 seconds now, 10 or 11 seconds behind the leader now. But he's still in good shape. Like I said, he didn't get any damage. Got back on the course without hitting anyone. So it was very unfortunate. He's just that little spin set him back that far.
Yep, it doesn't take much, but at least it looks like his car's in real good shape because he didn't hit anything. So as long as he doesn't cook up his tires, he looks like he's getting ready to pass the 53 of Rumble seat here. I think he's sizing him up because he's been closer to him there a couple times. And I think he's just stalking him a little. Get ready for that nice pass.
Yeah, they're both running pretty clean right there. We'll check back on them. Let's go up and see the number 55 and Dog. I wish these guys would put their same names in there. We got some crazy names. Cheesemaker. Anyway, we're looking back here at Dog. Number 55, running 15th position. There's another car I haven't driven yet. Excuse me. Looks like a lot of fun though.
Sure does. He's just not as fast as everyone, but sometimes that's good. You don't have to drive so much. You just hold her down and only have to lift a little in the corner.
A little bit smaller and lower to the ground too. I think I'd be getting out of everyone's way. Those prototypes come around the corner behind you, man. You better get out of the way quick. Let's check on a leader up here on Evan. Still seems to be buzzing around in good shape.
Yep, he stretched that lead out even further since we left and came back. He's 6.374 in front of the number 2 man, Brian Herring, and 10.063 to Jeffrey Belk.
Yeah, showing Brian Herring in second place. I'm working on about 8.5 seconds behind Evan right now.
Well, it kind of looks like the top 8 vehicles are all the same kind of vehicle. You call that a prototype? That must be the fastest car on the track.
Yeah, I believe it is. I'm not so sure they don't look too easy to drive either, but and just because it's a fast car on the track doesn't mean they're easy to drive.
Right, yeah.
Might just go buy one of them today. Check it out. They're sure making it look easy though.
They sure are. These guys are doing a fine job.
Yeah, like I said, I was watching the open practice race last night, and wow. Gotta watch who you leave the door open to. Anyway, these guys are going to be racing the Dogs of Endurance League here. They're going to be racing every Sunday coming up. I don't know if they've decided to go live every Sunday yet, but they're certainly considering it.
Kind of sitting here watching the 207 there of Leone Witham, if I pronounce that right. That is a very different spelling. It's hard to understand. He's in the 207. He must be the leader of this other kind of car there. Kind of, what is that? Is that a V8 vehicle there, Mike?
Oh, which one are you referring to?
The 207. Is that a V8 supercar there? Is that what that is?
Oh, it's a little Porsche, isn't it?
Okay, I buy that. He's the leader of that style of vehicle. It looks like he's kind of running up and down the board here.
Or is that the rough? Is that what they call the rough?
Rough. Yeah, maybe that's the rough. I really don't know that stuff too well. I don't have all these cars.
I'll be following these guys along, even if they're not live every weekend. I'll be following them around and learn more about it as we go.
Look like the 51 of Cerberus just spun her around there, Mike. Got a
Number
little crinkle
51.
on his right front. Number 51 got a little crinkle on his front there.
Let's get a replay going here. Oh, he was hit by the 11. Yeah, him and the 51 and 11 got into some contact here. I'm trying to check.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're going to watch the replay here again. Again, another angle here. Yeah, he turns right into the prototype car at number 11 of, you see, Johnny?
Yanni.
Johnny. And it looks like they may have some damage there.
Yeah, I see here. We didn't. This has probably happened a little bit ago. I'm kind of following the 42 at Cheesemaker, and boy, looks like he's hit just about every wall there is. His car doesn't have a straight fender on it.
Yeah, that's kind of probably what I look like out there right now.
Me too. Every time running these slower cars, I'd see somebody coming up in my rear view, and I'm sure my foot would probably lay on that throttle just a little more than it's supposed to. So, if any one of these slower vehicles goes through this whole race without damage, I'd give them big kudos. That's really hard to watch someone go by you. That's really, really difficult to keep your rhythm when you see somebody coming up in your rearview mirror.
Well, I heard some gossip online last night, during their practice that a couple of guys did finish with 0 incidents in a couple of races.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Evan Mellinson has stretched that lead out, but he hasn't been picking up as much as he was there about a lap or two ago. He's only stretched out not quite another second from the last time. Excuse me, it just updated. He added some more. He's now 13.902 in front of Brian Herring.
Yeah, he's able to calm down and just concentrate on the track more now than, or actually just passing the cars in front of him, with a little more patience rather than having the second place contender right on his bumper.
Wonder if he was nervous there, Mike, coming up on the back of that 51 of service, seeing all that damage on it.
Okay, I'm here.
All right, good.
All right.
I
Rudy
just
Cummings in the
finally got into iRacing. I've been trying for an hour.
Wow. Sorry, bud, I was a little stressed out. Not thinking of what you were saying.
Yeah, you're doing all right, Steve. Doing all right.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the difference between 3 different cars, but he's doing good.
Well, the easiest way to tell is go up, when you hit your race tab, go up to the top where it says all classes. And over to the right of that, it has a right arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you click the right arrow. There's the Riley DP, the Rough RTC spec, and
cool.
and the Skip Barber, and the Legends. Nobody's driving any Legends, so.
Nope. Okay,
I thought
so the
there was
fast
one
ones are the
Legend.
Riley DPs.
No, it's not showing any Legends.
No, I guess there was practice last night. I thought maybe it was somebody going to
Maybe.
try it again.
No.
Then you were right there. The Rough is the cars in the light blue there, so you hit that one, Mike. The one that you thought was a Porsche. Yep, that's the Rough.
Yeah,
The leader, Evan, there is out front with the Riley.
Yep. Okay, I never clicked that arrow before, so I didn't know. So the Rileys are in yellow.
Yep.
That's why my thing looks. I've never been in here. And then the Roughs are in blue, and the SBRS is in pink.
Yeah, that's the Skip Barber.
If you take a look at Evan Mellinson right now, and he's got about 4 cars in front of him, and it's gonna be interesting watching pass all these guys.
Yeah, he's being very dominant out there from what I can see. He's already stretched out to a 14-second lead over Brian Herring.
These guys are doing a really good job, Rudy, of letting these fast cars by. I really haven't seen much anybody hold them up unless they were already planted for their turn to go around the corner.
Well, Evan's driving that prototype like a pro, because most of the guys in these prototypes, they don't know when to how to pass people. But these guys are doing great.
Yeah, they're doing super. I can see that a lot of respect being showed out there. I mean, by all these drivers. He's coming up on Skip Barber now, and that looks like a nice, clean pass. These guys know you got to pass on the straightaways. It's too hard to pass on the turns, and that's where the respect comes in right there.
Average free and clear, and hauling butt again.
Yes, sir. He's well, with all that lap traffic, Brian Herring reeled him in by 7 seconds.
Wow, he sure did.
That's amazing right there. Brian Herring is definitely on the move right there in the number 33. But now he's dealing with lap traffic back here as well, and it doesn't seem to be costing him any time like it was Evan there, though. He's staying right with Evan with 7.5 seconds. Good race so far, huh?
Yeah, really good race. We did miss one wreck here with the must have hit a wall or something there. The 51 there of oh no, not 51. I thought it was 51.
Yeah, it was 51 and 11, and the 11 of Johnny or whatever.
Yeah.
Johnny whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
whatever.
even try
Yes.
the last name.
Yeah, you could go down this list of people there, Rudy, and try to say some of those names.
Actually, I'm thinking the nicknames are going to be a lot easier than the real names.
Yeah, Cheesemaker and Crusher, they're top on my list.
Yeah. Just wish they were running up front so we could talk about them some more.
Oh, they're going by nicknames. Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think that's probably a good thing, like I said.
Yeah, some of them. Well, Dog back here 7 laps down, running the Skip Barber, is leading his class by 3 whole laps. So definitely out front there in his class in the Skip Barber.
It takes some guts to be out there in that little thing right now.
Oh, that's for sure. It looks a little dangerous around those Rileys, but boy, they're giving lots of room on this track to pass. So, you know, that's one good thing about Lime Rock. There's a lot of room to pass, and they're giving them all the room they need to get by them.
Looks like a little go-kart out there. And I imagine if you get hit by one of those prototypes, man, you're going to take on some big-time damage.
Well, it looks like Typhoon Davis just took her behind the walls, guy. Then the 225 there.
Yes, Typhoon Davis out of the race.
Nope, I wonder if we missed a crash. These guys are spread out so far. It sure makes my job hard.
Yeah, they're definitely spread out now. Brian Herring back 8.5 seconds behind our leader, Evan. Looks like it's been a pretty good race so far, though. These guys already clicked off a half an hour of the hour and a half that they're going to be out here turning laps on Lime Rock.
Well, I got my camera view on the number 13 of Joey, and he's not coming up here. I haven't seen his name come up on the list to go behind the wall, so must be maybe he's getting a tow or something.
We've got a battle going on here for the second and third place as Jeffrey Belk has reeled in Brian Herring. He's right behind him and really putting the pressure to him.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming up fast on him, too.
Well, he was right on his tail there for a second and kind of backed off. And now he's just kind of riding right there. And they're passing, it looks like the number 11 there, the 5th place guy that's already a lap down. They went right by him. He kind of eased over and let them go right on by.
Yeah, that's cool. They're passing and battling lap traffic at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing there. Guy's definitely good on this track. A lot better than I'd ever be.
Yeah, I know. I'd love to be out there with these guys. I mean, they know what to do. I don't. Try to get out of the way and get run over. And
yeah, I'd spend too much time mowing the grass, I think.
Did we run this in the trucks? I had this track for some reason. I must have bought it in a group of 3.
No,
so
it comes.
Probably haven't even. Oh, it comes with the freebies.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I've laid a lap down here myself.
It's a good track in some of the cars, but
fantastic track.
This one in Okayama I kind of like, but there's a few of them. Boy, Road America's tough, and just too many high-speed corners, and the corners come up on you quick, and whoop, Oh, we got
almost got 51 in another wreck.
Yeah, Brian Herring clipped the side of him.
Hope he didn't get any damage out of that. He was really starting to catch up.
I don't believe he did. He may have just brushed the front corner. I think it might have been more side damage than anything, but I don't foresee anything. I don't even see any damage on his car whatsoever. Yeah, I see no damage on his car. So I think he kind of lucked out right there.
I haven't a clue what kind of fuel run they got here with these guys. They're all different cars, so.
Well, they get very, very good gas mileage, but I'm sure we're going to be seeing pit stops. Some of these guys, looks like Brian Herring's already turned 35 laps. And if these guys have not been on pit road yet, he may be looking at some pit stops here before too much longer.
And I believe there's some kind of limited fuel in the server tonight too.
Oh, there is. Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna say for sure, but if last night's practice was anything like the real thing today, I think there is.
And Brian Herring just pulled over and let Jeffrey Belk right by.
Yeah,
don't know what
what's up with that?
Boy, I don't know. And it was on the straightaway too. Maybe he had something.
Maybe he did get some damage out of that.
Maybe. He just seemed like he wasn't up to speed coming up through the straightaway. But he's hanging on to the tail of Jeffrey Belk right now, though.
Oh, and he loses it through the chicane. He's going to have to slow down right there for a minute.
Oh, that cost him big time.
Yeah, that's got to cost him 3 or 4 seconds right there. And you take a big chance of getting run over when you have to slow down like that, too.
That's for sure.
Yeah, he's 14 seconds behind the leader now. Or second place. I'm not sure if I'm showing right now. Brian is in 3rd place, right?
Yeah.
Looks like we got 3 cars in the pits there. The 207 of the ONR. Looks like he's got some significant damage on his vehicle, and he's getting her fixed up. And I'm trying to figure out the other ones here. I don't have the other one must be Jeffrey Epling or Jimmy Epling.
I'm taking a look at pit lane here to see what we got.
And it looks like there's an Indy car or something behind them. My camera views don't let me see them too well.
Looks like we got a couple of roughs. I can't make out the numbers.
Who is that behind?
In the pits here.
Oh, in the pits? Okay.
In the pits, yeah. One for sure is the 207. He's got some really good damage. And the other one I'm pretty sure is Jimmy Epling. It looks like. I wish I had a better view here. And get a side view so I can really see.
Jimmy Epling is in the pits.
Yep. And there's one more in there. I can't tell. It looks like one of the pink cars. So it must be here. I can tell you. It must be Large Dog.
Yep.
Pogo Boy, Crusher, and the One Ear or whatever.
One Ear Bandit.
Those are the 3 that are on pit road right now.
Yeah, Dog's still out on the track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like he's going about 45 miles an hour. As compared to the prototype.
Evan Mellinson just had to deal with a little bit of lack traffic there, but got by him no problem. Stretching that lead out, he's 13.410 ahead of the number 2 of Jeffrey Belk.
Yeah, he's really doing good here. Very good driving by these drivers out on this track, man. I'm telling you what. With Jeffrey Belk now, actually, Brian Herring not far back behind him yet, They've got a lap down car in between them. And that would be Jimmy Effling right there. He's right between them, but he's 2 laps down. It looks like he's going to pull over and let them guys go by. So good deal on that one. Nice pass.
Riding around here in the cockpit with our leader, Evan Mellinson, just to kind of get an idea of how hard he's having to drive the car, and pretty smooth. I hear a little tire sliding going on, but handling her no problem.
Now Belk stretches out his lead over Herring there by about 3 seconds as they cross the line. So Belk definitely starting to pour it on now. Yeah, I hated that, man. I could not get into iRacing at all.
Wow.
I just hated it. I mean, it wouldn't have done me any good to join anything or anything. I couldn't get into iRacing. I couldn't even get on the page. It was just blank. And then finally when it did, it said down for maintenance.
Oh, man.
So, these are the days that we're struggling with right now with all these, trying to broadcast for these leagues and can't even get into the iRacing with all their issues that we're having.
Wow.
I haven't really been having much trouble lately, but boy, today it's just been, I don't know, it's been a struggle. I don't know what their deal is, what's going on, but
yeah, you're the first one I've heard complain about not being able to get on, I think, since yesterday or the day before.
Yeah. Well, it's the first I've had problems. Usually when it comes around race time, I've been able to get in, but not today.
Only got 4 cars left on the lead lap, and boy, if they're doing the laps the way they're supposed to, probably won't be long in the number 4 spot. Jonathan Provost, he might go a lap down here.
Well, Fladmer leading his class here in the rough, doing a great job. I've been watching him for quite a little bit now. He's way out there by a couple of laps over Cheesemaker.
Oh, you got himself mixed up in a little battle right now.
Yeah, roughs are doing absolutely amazing here. Which I didn't think that they would do that good, but boy, they sure are really doing great out here. I really didn't look for that. I figured it would run good, but not matching the horsepower against the Rileys. Pogo Boy finally trying to get out on the track here. It looks like slowing up, stopping. Going to be a local caution, maybe trying to get rolling now. So he is back on the track, and he's got power again. 19 laps down, but he's back out on the track.
Yeah, for the rough class, we do have 6 cars in the race, and they're all laps down, but in Bjorn Fladmark in the 2nd position's Cheesemaker, the 3rd position's Sherbus, and the 4th position is Crusher, the 5th position is Joey, and the 6th is Leone Whittam, I would say.
Yeah, and he's on pit road. He's been on pit road for quite a while. I believe trying to get some of that damage fixed up, running 17 laps down.
Yeah, when I clued in on him there earlier, the whole front of his vehicle looked like it was pretty much taken care of well.
But Fladmark out here just running the wheels off of that rough out here. Passing up, looks like he was passing up one of the guys. Oops, wrong way. Pogo Boy that just came back out on the track many laps down. Evan's starting to come up on them, not far. Well, actually, no, I take that back. He's ahead of them guys now. Yeah, he is ahead of them. But coming up on the back of, let's see, who is that? Don't matter. But you know what? Belk only 14 seconds behind Evan now. And boy, is he being pressured by Brian Herring. Brian Herring staying right on his tail. Was ahead of him earlier, but
Whoa.
Belk goes off the track.
Gotta quit driving with that rear view mirror.
That'll do it to you.
You can't help it here, man, 'cause they're coming up on you so quick.
He's managing to stay ahead of Herring, but I don't know for how much longer. Another mistake like that could be costly to him. But they got a lot of race to go yet. Only coming up on 45 minutes, so they've got another 45 minutes to go.
Evan Mellinson must have had some lap traffic, but because Jeffrey and Brian sure have narrowed that gap down.
Definitely. They would love to get up there and mix it up to him, I'm sure. He's not that far ahead of him.
Looks like Evan doing a little lawn job there.
Yep. He's got a clear road ahead of him right now. Some fresh air to get into that radiator. And it looks like maybe he might be able to try to pull away from him again, because they're dealing with some lap traffic back here now. They're coming up on a bunch of lap traffic. Let's go back and check on Dog back here. Looks like Dog is off of the track. Totally off the track. Wow. No more dogs on the track.
We let the dogs out anyway.
Yeah.
We'll check and see if he's in the pits here.
I didn't see him.
I think he's behind the wall.
Behind the wall. Let's try to see if we can confirm that.
And he was leading in his class. I heard him, or I didn't hear him, but I seen his mic key up, said something on the track.
Yeah, I think his last words were, "Look out."
He must be doing a tow. He must be on the tow hook or something.
Well, let's see if we can find out what happened to him here. I'm going to watch and see if I can figure out what happened.
Meanwhile, I'll stick up here on Evan. He's driving like a pro.
He is. He's picking off those lap traffic at every opportunity he gets. But it don't look like the second and third place are losing any ground to him now.
Whoa.
Okay, he come around turn one and caught come around turn one and took it into the wall. That's what happened to him. So I'm sure he's probably towing right now. Dog, I meant.
Yep.
Large dog.
Large dog. Did anything like big truck?
Yeah, this is pretty close. We got one off the track back there.
Yeah? What view were you looking at?
Crusher. Crusher was way off of the track. Sitting on the grass there. Don't know what the deal was.
Oh, I see. You saw him on the way by.
Yeah, he's okay. Oh, he hit the wall a ton. He come out of I believe, let's see, that would be turn 3. He come out of turn 3 right there and lost it and went in and hit the inside wall. And he sat on the grass for quite some time, but finally I believe he did get it rolling again. And I'm sure that probably knocked the toe. It looks like Cerberus has taken his car behind the wall.
Yep. Looks like he has, Rudy.
Yeah, Crusher did manage to make it to pit road, so Yeah, Sir Crusher on pit road now.
Brian Herring's doing his best to try to catch up to the leader, Evan Mellinson. Seems to be just keeping that 5-second gap right there. At least whenever my ticker updates, he hasn't been losing any ground like he was in the earlier laps. So
Dust flying back there.
I saw that. Maybe some of that lap traffic will get him up. Nope, he lost a little bit there, almost a second. Kind of hoping he gets up there with Evan and we get a little leader battle going on there.
Well, guys, don't forget this is multi-class, so it's not just the battle for the lead of the race; it's the battle for the lead of their class. Because they do get awarded winner of their class, and that's why they run these multi-class races like this. So, yeah, Evan's leading the race, but he's leading his class.
Right.
And
I gotcha.
and then Fladmark, of course, he's leading his class. Doesn't matter, he could be 100 laps down, but he's leading his class and he'll win his class. The next one, and he just spins out.
Who?
Loses it in turn 1, Fladmark.
Again?
Yeah, he spun right coming out of turn 1. But he spun it right around, did a 360, and got it going right away. And didn't lose a lot of time, so good job by him.
Yeah, looks like he got his rear tire off in the dirt a little bit, trying to let the faster traffic by.
He's got Herring right. Oh, not Herring. Belk, I meant. Belk managed to get by him. So good job by Fladmark, kind of easing over and letting him go on by. It was probably a good thing. Let's see how he manages to come out of turn 1 this time. Maybe a little easier, a little more tiptoeing, it seems like that time. Pogo boy out there still trying to make up some positions. He's got a lot of laps to go, though. 4 or 5 more laps in order to catch up to Large Dog. But I don't. Dog's still sitting on pit road trying to get some of that damage fixed up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Those cars ain't gonna take much.
No, open wheel like that don't take a whole lot. I'd want a fender there to try to take up the slack from my mistakes. All right, Brian Herring out now 5.1 seconds behind our leader Evan, trying to reel him in. Oh, I don't know if he's going to. Evan is just so smooth and hitting his marks. Rare that he makes a mistake. We have seen a couple, but not very many. He just seems to have no trouble passing lap traffic at all.
Yeah, it's just that little bit of patience it takes to make it through in one piece.
He's got Dogs said he's got another 6 minutes of repairs. So, oh man, that's got to be grueling. Him sitting there and having to only 2 more laps. Pogo boy.
Jeff, I think Jeff's off the track.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Mowing the grass out here. Somebody's got to keep that grass mowed up, though. That's going to be very costly to him. He had to kind of wait for the track to be cleared so he could get going again. He's definitely got some steering issues. I'm watching him here. He had to have hit something.
It looks like he caught the rumble pad coming around the corner, and it just got his front end off the ground.
Sure did. I think he was anticipating the lap traffic pass there and got a little too much steering into it.
Well handled, though, staying away from the 2 cars behind him and getting out of that in one piece.
Yeah,
Good
he's
driving.
22 seconds back now. He's about 16 seconds behind Herring. So he's got one heck of a lot of ground to make up on Herring now. Herring out here really putting the hammer down, trying to reel in our leader, Evan, there. Melanson.
That could have been the end of the race for Jeffrey to back there if he hadn't handled it the way he did.
Evan out here just totally dominating this race. Wow. Much to say about him. Just smooth as silk going around this track. Let's go back here and check on Pogo Boy, because in another lap he is going to pass up Large Dog. Large Dog still sitting on pit road.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Only one getting lunch today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got a hot dog and a one hand and a beer in the other hand. He's having lunch while he's sitting there. Heck, that's a good idea.
Yeah, all while his pit crew's talking about finding a new driver.
Yeah. The Pogo Boy going to be coming around here in just a second, and he's going to be on the same lap. On the same lap right now. And if Dog don't get car back out there, Pogo Boy's going to go by him. He does go by him right now. So Pogo Boy leading his class in the Skip Barber.
Yeah, Large
What a-
Dog sitting there in the pits, and his sheet metal ain't getting straightened out as I'm watching here, so he must have a whole lot of damage.
So it looks like we've only maybe lost one or two drivers. It looks like Jonathan Florno or whatever. He may have just been watching. Not sure. Everybody else seems to be out on the track except for Tryphon Davis. Oh, it's Cerberus. Cerberus left too, so, okay. Joey here running in the 10th spot. Running in the rough, doing a great job. Just got done passing, I believe that was Fladmark. But Fladmark is quite a few laps ahead of Joey. About 10 laps ahead of Joey. So Joey must have had some major problems there. And it looks like he just had some more problems coming off of the chicane. So these guys really pushing these rough. These rough are a blast to drive. I just love these things. I would like to, I wouldn't mind getting a rough league or a rough series going. Man, they are a blast to drive.
Well, have you
They really-
driven the prototype yet, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I thought I had it too, but it wasn't allowing me to drive when it came to the server. Maybe it was something else I got.
Might be. They're like real hard bodied. The springs on them are not like a regular car. They drive like a hay wagon. I got no other way. No springs on it. It's like they're so hard bodied. The wheels don't take this spring action, you know. But they got very little ground clearance. If you look at them, the bodies are hugged right to the ground, and they're made just for aerodynamics.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine it, but it's just, I can't remember the last time I was on a hay wagon. Oh yeah, I was caroling.
I don't want to remember the last time I was on a hay wagon.
Many moons ago.
Evan almost off course there a little bit.
Yep. But Herring now 8.9 seconds behind Evan. Just can't seem to, he's dealing with lap traffic right now as he's coming by Fladmark.
Dog's still in the pits.
Yeah, he's going to be he's 27 laps down, just sitting there. trying to get that damage fixed up. Not sure how much. Says 2.5 minutes left. So, and he's finally rolling off now.
Oh, he's coming out with a little bit left then, huh?
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage on the back wing of that. We'll take a look here. You can see he's got an awful lot of damage on that rear wing, and that's going to affect his driving abilities around this track, though. You got to have that wing for support. He's kind of really taking it easy here. I think he's.
I'll say. Either that, the car's real slow.
Yeah, boy, he's exceptionally slow now. He's going to have to be careful around these faster guys and give them plenty of room to get by him.
Well, hopefully you still got the car management to stay out of the way.
Hopefully he doesn't get by the mirror driving thing. You start looking in that mirror too much and you tend to lose your focus.
Well, as slow as he is out here, he's got to watch coming up. Guys coming up on his rear. He's going to have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, that's just because of car damage. I mean, you have the prototypes, man. They come up on you so quick. You have to be looking in your mirror. Or just, I guess the way they're doing it out there, the best way they're being able to drive together is to just hold their line and not worry about anything else.
Effling just coming off a pit, so he had made his pit stop, coming down 35 minutes to go in this race.
Yeah, I'm in Large Dog's cockpit, just kind of riding along with him here, and you can still see his old nose all pushed up a little bit in front of him, and he's only doing some of those minor curves at about 60 miles an hour, and you sure can almost hear his tires make a noise while he's going straight. So I'm sure that's not a happy car, even though the steering wheel isn't twisted off real bad.
Yeah, a lot of squealing going on in the tires.
Yeah. I think he's out there just trying to continue on. Boy, he definitely got a handful.
The car looks like it's about 3 feet shorter than it should be.
Yeah, too bad when they shorten up, they don't get lighter. You could pick up a little bit there, hit the wall and pick up some speed.
Yeah, it's just easier to parallel park there.
When you lose body parts off of it and stuff like that, that would make it lighter, wouldn't it?
Now there you go, yeah.
Like lose the front clip or make it lighter. Lad Mark goes by him like he's standing still.
And here comes another. Oh, right to the chicane too. See, now that's how you be patient in the chicane. If you try to, I seen people last night trying to pass in the chicane. It's nuts.
Yeah, and that was Jonathan Provost. He just went right by him.
I don't think he was anticipating that vehicle going so slow. I heard his tires slide a lot when he came up to that chicane.
And Jonathan he's got quite a little bit of damage on the back of that car as well. And the left rear corner is mashed in pretty good and got quite a bit of wing damage. So he's probably handling a little bit of difficulty handling that car as well. I mean,
Oh yeah, he's got some damage.
Yeah, even a little bit on the left front too. He must pancake the wall or something.
That's good. Back up to
wings bent up, so that's going to affect the steering wheel.
Yeah. He's one lap down, but he's actually not doing too bad. Running fourth in his class here, doing quite well in Riley. Belk now 31 seconds behind our leader.
Evan Mellinson's hitting the pits.
That's right.
Yes, he is finally coming down pit road. Boy, I'm telling you, Brian Herring and Belk have got to be just loving that. They may be having to come down pit road. Yeah.
Like he might just be getting fuel. I don't see his car hop up for some tires, so.
I know
Oh,
these
no,
cars.
he did it. He did get tires and fuel both. Excuse me, Rudy.
Yeah, these cars do take quite a bit to put fuel in them. So,
And he's
all
up.
right, he's away. Yeah. I believe that's going to put Brian Herring out in the lead now. Yeah, that puts him back. That puts Evan back here to third spot because Brian Herring and Jeffrey Belk both got by him.
Yeah, they're now running 26 seconds behind Brian.
That'll be easy to pick up the way he's driving if those guys don't stop in there and get themselves some tires, I'll bet you.
Yeah, it may not be much longer. We may see Brian Herring come down pit road.
Wasn't he, I'm not sure, wasn't he in the pits for some kind of incident earlier?
Who, Brian Herring?
Yeah.
I don't. Must have been before I got in here.
If that's the case, he would have more fuel.
Yep.
Right.
Excuse me. He couldn't have been in the pits much though because he's not a lap down. So
He sure ain't driving like he's got bad tires.
Oh, he's coming in.
Here we go.
And that's just what Evan wanted because Evan was back 24 seconds behind him. And this is going to let Evan get caught back up and probably going to pass him.
Yeah, Evan didn't want it. He knew it was coming.
Belk, it looks like Belk is going to be our new leader.
Not for
As
long.
he crosses the line here.
He's going to be belking it right into the pits here in a minute. He wants to keep up with these boys.
Yep. And Brian Herring is off.
Yeah, he is. That was a pretty fast pit, too.
Yeah, I bet you he turned his fuel load down a little. That was a pretty fast pit.
I'm going to watch Belk here. Keep an eye on Belk here. He should be the next one coming in.
Yeah, because, Herring only had a 17-second pit stop. Now, it looks like Evan is only, I believe, about, 2.4 seconds behind 1.9? Yeah, 1.8, boy.
And then Belk is coming in.
Yep, he's in the pits. Well, let's see how much fuel he takes or how short his pit stop's going to be. Oh, he overshot his pit.
That's costly. When you got to back up in your pits, that is so costly.
Only a second or two. Jonathan Provost will probably be the next one coming in.
Yeah, but a second is almost a football field out on the track.
He's off. He's off.
Yeah, very quick, 19-second pit stop. But that's going to put him clear back into third spot again. And he's going to be quite a ways back. He's going to be about 20 seconds behind Brian Herring in second. These guys are definitely feeling the crunch of that. Well, let's get over here. Fladmark still leading.
Nope, not yet. I'm sorry. That was a chicane. Sorry.
Fladmark still leading his class here in the rough. And he's still a lap ahead of Cheesemaker. Cheesemaker 9 laps down. And really actually not that far behind Fladmark, but still a lap.
Dog's still putting around.
Yep, he's still putting around.
Yeah, he is really, really slow on the track. Don't think he's ever going to be able to overcome all that damage.
Jonathan Provost in the pits now. Tires and fuel.
If he gets any type of repair while he's sitting there, nope. It looks like everything stayed crumpled.
Yep.
That was a pretty quick stop. How fast was that one, Rudy?
That was 25.6 seconds.
Oh, you must have been in there longer than I scooted over to see.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in there actually kind of a long pit stop.
Yeah.
Probably took 4 tires, and he might have forgot to adjust his fuel, and he might have wound up taking a full load of fuel. And some guys do like that because it does make the handling of the car a little better. You know, gives that little bit more down weight on the car, and makes it so the back end don't slide around so much. But then you got to think about the other side of that too. If it gets so top heavy with all that extra weight in there, it does make it handle different.
Your thing, us trying to get that extra weight moving. But I think a gallon of fuel is like 7 pounds or 8 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah,
you're
almost
on
8 pounds.
a road course, I think you're a little better to have something good off the corner than you are into the corner. So you really kind of, I don't know, with a smashed up car though, that extra weight, it might kind of balance out a little bit for him.
And right now he's trying to make sure, you know, he kind of tiptoes around here for a lap, get some heat in those tires. I'm watching him, and he's having a little bit of a tough time in the turns, kind of being a little bit loose in the turns, so you got to get some heat in them tires. All right, he's running in the 4th spot here, a couple laps back, but actually running pretty doggone good. Janny, or Yanny, I think it's Yanny. The J is like a Y. Yanny is running in 5th, but he's on the same lap. But I'm looking here to see. Let me see where he is at.
We were calling him Johnny.
I was calling him Yanni.
Oh, were you?
Yanni.
I thought you were saying Johnny when he had a list.
No, Looks like Cheesemaker's in the pits getting some fuel and tires.
Who?
And Cheesemaker, the number 42, the white one, that's really all got every quarter panel smashed on it.
I thought you said pacemaker.
And he actually was in there long enough that the dent in the back of the car kind of disappeared, so he might be able to handle just a little bit better. Well, it didn't disappear, but it's less. That might help him out. But boy,
well,
he's got the side of that car all's rushed up.
Yeah. He looks like he would definitely be in a heck of a lot better shape than I'd be in if I was in his shoes. My car would probably have more dents in it than that. A lot of rush mistakes in it.
Yeah. And looks like Crusher's in the pits there too. He was in there the whole time. The other vehicle was in there. He must have some pretty good damage he's getting fixed.
He's been in there for pretty much the whole race.
Oh yeah, 42 laps. Yeah, he must have just got out and walked away.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And I believe, let's see if we're taking a look here. Yeah, if he could get out there and run a few more laps, he could probably pick up a couple of positions. But I think he is just so many laps down right now that it's really not going to matter. He's in 15th spot, and that's it. 15th.
Back up here on our leader, who's stretched out his lead to 16.552 in front of Brian Herring. Wow. This guy is smooth.
Yeah, he's definitely a good racer, one that these guys have been chasing out here. And, I see a lot of respect out here on the track, though. These guys thanking each other, you know, letting them pass clean. And, you know, on a track like this, not only takes patience, you know, with yourself driving, you got to think about the patience of the other drivers, too. They hate to give up that position, but if you're faster than them, they pretty much almost have to give it up because you can't block out here on a track like this. You know, you'll get spun out, put into the fence. So definitely a lot of respect going on out here right now.
I think most of the damage we're seeing on these cars isn't from accidents. It's from getting over and stuff like that, trying to let the faster cars go by.
Unless Evan makes a major mistake out front there, I don't know. He's just like on a rail today, not making very many mistakes. Now he's got a little bit of lap traffic to deal with here again. A couple of roughs to pass. They pull over and he goes by him. So I don't believe that's going to cost him that much time. Now he's looking at clear road ahead of him for a little bit.
Jonathan Provost's got a lot of damage on that front left.
Leader could almost hit the local drive-thru and grab himself a burger.
Sure could.
Hold the fries.
Oh, now you make me hungry.
He gets a little bit loose coming off the 3 that time. So he is pushing that thing right to the limit, making that thing so on the edge.
It's right by Cheesemaker with ease there. They're doing a nice job of letting these guys race and race good.
Well, there's no sense in holding up the leader, and especially when they're running in different classes like that, and one class is slower than the other class, and I don't know whoever started that multi-class thing, but it's interesting in a way, and sometimes if you get the wrong classes, it can be kind of a pain when you're out there. You're the leader and you've got to deal with these cars that are so much slower than you. Somebody else off the track there, looks like, let's say it was Jeffrey Belk that was off the track. And I believe Jeffrey Belk is going to go a lap down now because I believe Evan got by him. If I'm looking at that right, maybe it was another car I was looking at. I'm sorry.
No, it was Jeffrey Belk. I got it on the replay here. Oh yeah, he did a nice little spin. Let's see what he really did here. He comes into that nice turn there.
Looks like he's coming down.
Just kind of overdrove it, and the back went a little one way, and then he overcorrected, and it spun him right around into that wall.
Exactly. Ooh, that's some heavy front end damage. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of front end damage on that thing right now.
A bummer. Back up to the leader, and I got to run to the little boys' room here.
Roger. Yeah, it's
Leader is, well, there's only 2 people left on the lead lap now.
Yeah, him and Brian Herring, and he's got 17 seconds over Brian Herring. So I would say we're probably going to be talking to Evan here when this thing gets done. He is in team speak. Looks like we've got
About 15 minutes left.
Evan. Let's see if we've got the leader of the Fladmark. I don't see Fladmark in TeamSpeak.
Oh, me neither.
And Pogo Boy driving the number 63. Don't see him either. So we may only have a couple of interviews. Maybe we'll just go ahead and interview the drivers of the ones that we have in here. Cheesemaker's in here, bringing. He's going to be second in the rough. Evan's in here, so we'll be able to talk to Evan after the end of this race. He's definitely catching the grass a lot. I see. I'm not sure. He may be struggling with a little bit of tightness on that car right now going into the turns.
Must be because I sure don't see one single scratch on that car.
Yeah, maybe he should have taken a little bit more fuel to give himself a little more weight on that car, because I think he's struggling with a little bit of tightness on that car. He's loose coming off, and yeah, he's loose coming off, tight going in. Oh boy, he's definitely he's got a handful out there. It looked like Herring did catch him by a couple of seconds that lap.
Sure did. Ooh, and there he had to hit the brakes big time. Ooh, let's back that up and take another look here. I kind of looked down late.
It didn't seem to make much difference there. Herring didn't really catch him that much because Herring's dealing with some lap traffic as well. he just come through the chicane, and he's coming up on some of this lap traffic that Evan just got done taking care of.
Yep, he didn't lose much there. I think he kind of breaks anyway for that, so he probably just lost just a skosh of time, if anything.
Yeah, a couple seconds there, because Herring did reel him in by a couple of seconds. So
I saw the cone fly and got a little excited.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to matter all that much, but if he can do that a couple more times, he may be knocking right on the back bumper of Evan's car, because Herring's car is really hooked up well and don't look like he's having any issues in handling. Not like what Evan's dealing with up there. He's dealing with a lot of tight. I think it looks like it might be tight going in and loose coming off or something. I think here he's loose in the middle of the turns and loose coming off. So he's definitely struggling with some handling problems.
I'm back, and yeah, he is getting even squirrely on the straights now.
Well, we were looking at some of the leaders of the classes here, and not. Fladmark is not in TeamSpeak with us. Driving the number 35, he is not in TeamSpeak with us, so we may not be able to talk to him, but Cheesemaker is, so maybe we can get a word in with Cheesemaker at the end of this, coming in second there in his class. And Pogo Boy is not in TeamSpeak, so maybe we can get a word in with Dog. He'll be second in his class. He's going to finish many laps down, at least. He's back on pit road now, but he is many laps down, 41 laps down, I'm showing him.
Yeah, Rudy, I'm just kind of taking a ride along in the cockpit with Evan, and he sure does have a lot of handling trouble. I rode a couple of laps there with Brian, and they're two totally different beasts. Brian's vehicle is much smoother, but Evan's really having to use his throttle and do a lot of steering corrections getting around the corner, and if he trounces it when he just gets at the end of that curve, it even steps out on him a little bit, so he's got a handful there.
Yeah, and Brian Herring right now, his car is just so smooth. And he lost about 0.4 of a second on that lap, because all the lap traffic that Brian come up on, he had a ton of lap traffic to deal with, and that cost him 0.4 of a second on that lap. You know, he needs a good break in order to get up there and tangle with Evan. Coming down to 13 and a half minutes of race time left is what these guys have got left. So, been a great race. So, pretty exciting, guys. What do you think?
Definitely, real exciting here. Once you kind of get the idea of what's going on with the three different cars, it makes being up here in the booth a little more interesting.
All right, I'm having a great time. I haven't barely made it to the bathroom. I waited too long.
Oh, we didn't want to know that.
No, it really is making for an exciting race. I mean, these guys. Oh, and there goes Evan right into the tires, through the chicane.
Oh, that's not going to be good. That is going to allow Brian to reel him in real quick. Let's see Brian coming up into the chicane right now, so he is really not too far behind Evan. That's what Brian wanted to see, and Evan, I'm sure, took a little damage on that as well, probably.
Looking at the replay, he leaped off of that like everybody does. He leaped off of the chicane and just lost control of it, so he is having some handling problems. Whoa!
Oh yeah, 4-second
another
gain
car
there.
coming out of there too. Almost takes the 11 down.
Oh man, that was close. Yeah, good save and good miss by them guys. But man, I'm telling you. And now Evan coming through the chicane this time. It was a little more gingerly. He comes through there.
I'm surprised you got a front end left. Really.
He's only got 11-second lead over Brian Herring right now. But let's see what they got when they come to the straight. Brian is really on a rail now. I'd say that's probably about what they've got. When he crosses the stripe here, yeah, he's still 11 seconds behind him. So, but boy, I'll tell you what, Evan out there kind of feeling the pressure now. I think he knows if he makes another mistake, Brian's going to be right up on his tail.
Yeah,
There is.
did he get in any kind of damage that's going to slow him down to...
I don't think he barely touched the wall when he hit, and I don't think it was just enough to kind of spin the car around. But
he's still passing cars, but he's not going to have any problem.
Yeah, I don't see very, very little damage on the front of that thing. And that could have been, I think most of that was, when I finally got in here, he had some damage on the front of that. So, but he is really struggling with a loose car right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's really going to try to make up some more time, some of that lost time right now, too.
And Brian Herring is picking up on him. He's under 10 seconds now. He was 11, so...
Yeah, he just picked up a whole second on him on that lap. Boy, and Evan's so loose coming off that chicane. Oh, man. So he is really putting the pressure to it.
Now, if you're Brian's crew chief, you don't want to be telling him too much, because then he might start overdriving it. But boy, I bet he would probably like to know that the leader's got just a little bit of front end damage on it.
Oh, yeah.
It might make him pick up a little bit.
I'm sure if he does have a crew chief, I'm sure his crew chief making sure he tells him that. But Evan did pull away by a couple seconds on that lap. A couple seconds.
10-minute warning, guys. 10 minutes.
Yes, sir. 10 minutes. So, yeah, these guys really... Belk back here in third place. Got that nose damage. And he's a lap down, but he's just kind of playing it cool right now. No pressure for him right now. He's got third place sewed up easily. Fourth place, Yanni back there. Actually is right behind him on the track, but he's 2 laps down further than what Belk is. So no pressure.
It kind of looks like our rough class is going to, as long as nobody does any spin or anything, that looks like everybody's probably going to end up right where they are right now there.
Yeah. Yeah, Fladmark about 3 laps ahead of Cheesemaker. And Fladmark's just been flawless. He's got no damage on that car. I looked it over and I don't see no damage on that car.
Does have a little bit on the right front there, Rudy.
No, he does?
Yep, just a little bit of that right front corner there is pushed back just a smidge.
Oh yeah. Okay, I missed that. Yeah, good eye.
I think he did a spin earlier, I think, or something.
Yep, you're right. Good eye. Yeah, I didn't see that.
But
Just a scratch.
Yeah, just a scratch. And yeah, the wheel openings still look nice and round, so it's not too much.
Oh, we got a car right in front of Evan. Oh, that was close.
Jump in the cockpit here of Bjorn Fladmark's car and just see how these, what is this, the rough handles here.
Yeah, that was Joey. It looks like coming out of turn 2, he just slid it in a little bit too hard and went out across the grass. So he stayed out of the way. He knew the leader was coming up around him. So good job by them guys out there driving like that, man. So much respect, man. Can't we teach our guys to do that? All right, Evan's still powering it around here, 12 seconds ahead of Brian Herring. And we've got coming down to the 7-minute mark here of the race.
Just kind of riding around with Fladmark here, the guy in the #1 position in the rough there, and These things seem to handle pretty good. The power to rate ratio must be really nice because even though his tires are old and the car's run some laps, he's not nearly as entertaining as the guys in the faster class.
Yeah. Oh, the roughs are a blast. I'll tell you what, they are so much fun to drive. I'm just going to take a guess at it here. Out of all the road cars that I've drove, besides the open wheels, okay, I'd say the rough is probably the best handling out there right now. Uh-oh, what?
Uh-oh, Evan had to stop there in the track for a second. I'm not sure what part. I kind of caught it at the corner of my eye.
Oh. He come out of the chicane. And did he come right to a stop? Wow.
For what?
I don't know. Unless he wants to let Herring catch up to him by 6 seconds.
That's what I always have to do with you guys. Let you catch up like a whip you get.
Uh-huh. Sure. Do you hear all this smack going on here?
Oh, man.
A lot of
I'm
smack.
gonna have to go change into my boots. Get
Yeah. Yeah, that let Brian catch up to him by 6 seconds. Brian, yeah, I think he's feeling it because, boy, he is driving the wheels off that thing right now. He's sliding it through the turns, and I think he can feel it. He can feel that he's really catching up to him.
Well, he brought it on.
Let's see here, coming to the line, 5.4 seconds behind Evan right now.
Yep.
Wants to do himself some Riley hunting.
I guess. But he's starting to feel the crunch of it now, too. He's putting the hammer down so much, he's starting to get a little bit squirrely coming off the turns. And he's dealing with a little bit of lap traffic now, too.
Got less than a minute.
Belk actually right behind him, but Belk's a lap down, so it's not going to matter. No pressure here. Herring going to beat Belk definitely here, taking second spot. And
It ain't over.
we don't have Herring in TeamSpeak with us either.
30 seconds to go.
What? 30 seconds?
Yeah, isn't it an hour and 30 minutes?
Oh, we got 4
the
minutes.
race.
Yeah, you got 4 minutes left. They'll have to, because of the lap, the way they got to do it, the laps here.
Okay.
It goes by time. So yeah, they've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go right now.
Okay. All right.
I know what that timer says, but you got to go by. It goes by where they're at on the track. Probably just no. Probably next lap he'll get the white flag.
Okay.
I know it's kind of weird how they do that.
Yeah, I've never been here before, so I have no clue.
Yeah, road racing it's just, you know, when they run it under timed, if it's different than when you run laps, okay? Running under timed, it goes by where people are at on the track, and you know when the leader's going to be taking the white flag. But I would say he's probably going to be. I don't think he's even going to take the white flag this time.
Evans is driving like a maniac for this close to the end of the race.
I'm telling you, he is.
That
Yes, he had
tells
all
me he's
four
been
tires
holding.
in the dirt there.
Yeah, he's been holding back. Well, obviously holding back because he's clean driving and staying out of trouble.
Yeah,
I
Brian
can't
now.
imagine. Go ahead.
Brian 4.6 seconds behind him. What was you gonna say? You couldn't imagine what?
Imagine what he's like when he's just in practice.
Yeah, he'd be lethal, wouldn't he?
Oh,
And Brian Herring actually closed up more on him.
I cannot believe the way he's passing cars. At this point of the
telling you.
race, he could lose it all right now.
Let's see what he's got now. Down to 3.1 seconds behind Evan. Evan, really, man, I'm telling you what, he is pushing it so hard to stay out here. I believe this may be the last lap.
He's sideways at every corner.
I wouldn't want to see him lose it, but it sure would be nice if Brian could get right up there on the back of him and put a good finish line race on.
Brian's definitely back here. Oh, and they got a couple on the track, and Brian Herring missed that. There was, I believe that was Belk. Belk took a heavy hit, and Brian Herring managed to get by it.
Sorry about the coughing.
That did cost Brian just a couple tenths on the track, so, and I believe this is the last lap right here. White flag, I believe, is out right now, and these guys are on their last lap to bring this thing home. Are they on?
I don't know. Here,
Michael, aren't they on the last lap?
I'm showing 30 seconds on the clock. They have to be.
Okay. Well, I haven't got the white flag yet, so. Okay.
Well, really, like you're saying, it depends on their position.
Right. Well, let's see.
Or the location. I should say location on the track as to when they'll get the white flag.
Right. Yeah, I still have not. He passed the start-finish line. I still have not gotten white flag.
This is it.
Now
white
it is
flag.
out.
Yes, now we are
White flag. Okay. Last lap, Evan bringing it home here. Herring 3.1 seconds back. We had him reeled in by quite a little bit, but holy smokes, what a race this has been, guys.
He's really trying, Rudy. I've seen him hanging out off the last couple corners. He's drifting it now. He's trying to catch him.
Yeah, Herring definitely pushing that car for everything he's got right now.
Checker flag.
And Evan bringing it across the win here today. Wow, what a race, guys. This has been Brian Herring coming in second. Let's take a look here in the rough class. Fladmark coming in. He has not quite crossed the finish line yet. He'll be coming to the finish line here in just a minute, but he'll bring it home first in his class. Cheesemaker going to take second. That's in the rough class. And in third, Pogo Boy. Looks like him coming in first in the Skip Barber, and Dog coming in second in the Skip Barber, crossing the finish line now in 49 laps down, though. All right, so let's get back up here to our winner, Evan, and I'll see if I can get him down here with us, guys, and we'll get a word in with him.
10-4.
Hey, Evan, this is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you. How's it going?
Oh, man, I'm telling you what, you drove the wheels off of that thing today, brother. Congratulations on your win. Tell us about your race, because it seemed like there was a lot of little issues that we seen going on out there on the track. We don't know which ones you were doing and which ones was really happening to you, but it looked like you might have kind of backed up there one time. You actually stopped coming out of the chicane. Tell us about your race, buddy.
Yeah, well, 10 laps to go, I actually lost my my sound. My headphones died on me, so I was missing all my shifts. And what happened was I was coming up to the little chicane at the top of the hill there, and I bumped the wrong. I didn't bump my shifter enough, and because I didn't hear it drop down into gear, and I ended up trying to come through the chicane in third gear, and I cut it, so I had to stop. Two times I coming up over the chicane wall there, I lost it and bumped her into the wall. I'm surprised I didn't have more damage than I did. I thought I was really going to be hurt in there, but I'm lucky. So I don't know. Everything went well. The car held up well. I got to thank Brian Herring. He sent out a setup not too long, maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and for some reason me and that setup just clicked. So It was a good
Well,
race. I knew I could. As
well,
long as
he
I
was reeling you in there by quite a little bit, and he finished 2.4 seconds behind you. So you guys were both on a rail today. Obviously, it was a good setup, but he was reeling you in, and we seen you make no offense, but we seen you make quite a few mistakes there. I'm sure you were just driving the doggone wheels off of that thing, trying to stay ahead of him. But and he just seemed to he hit his marks every time and was flawless. So, but great job out there today, Evan. And you want to give a shout out to anybody or a thank you?
Yeah, I actually want to thank Mike for putting this together. So far, it's been real fun. I also, yet again, Brian, I had my buddy Triffin in here as well, but early on in the race there, he had an incident. So fortunately, he didn't get to finish the race. But I'll be back later on today for the second race, and hopefully we can do a repeat then.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Evan, and congratulations again on your win today. Absolutely amazing race. We watched every bit of it, and I'll tell you what, you guys drove like pros out there today. It was just amazing to watch.
Well, thank you. You guys have a great day.
Yeah, great.
All right,
great,
you too.
Great driving, Evan.
All right, let's get to see if we can get Cheesemaker. Well, I'll tell you what, let's see if we can get Cheesemaker down here before we do Brian Herring.
Right.
We'll get Cheesemaker down here. Cheesemaker, this is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey.
Hey, we couldn't talk to the winner of your class. He's not in TeamSpeak with us, but you finished second in your class today. Congratulations. Tell us about how your racing was out there in the rough today.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised that I did finish second because first start of the race was quite bad. I didn't have any practice before the race, so this car was new for me and chicane as well. So 2 mistakes at the start, and I ended a couple of laps behind everyone. But somehow they did more mistakes than I, so I did gain my position back.
Well, it looked like a pretty good race. How did the car feel for you out there today? Did you have a decent setup, or was your setup so-so, or how was it?
Actually, I was using the baseline, didn't have any setup, but I didn't try to push me my times to hard, so I don't make any more mistakes.
Well, I mean, like I said, it was a great race. A lot of respect we've seen out on the track today. The slower cars giving way to the leaders. Did you see anybody that maybe might have stepped over that line and did not give the respect you think they should have? Maybe somebody that you come up on and tried to pass and maybe they tried to put a block on you or didn't give you the room to get by. Did you see any of that today?
Actually, no, everyone was racing pretty decent and they were gentle to each other. No pushing or whatsoever.
Well,
really did enjoy this race.
Yeah, well, it looked pretty amazing from our seat up here in the booth, and glad to see that everybody had a great time out there, and that's what it's all about, having a good time, enjoying yourself, kicking back here on a Sunday afternoon, and but good job out there. And you got anybody you'd like to say hello to?
Sadly, no. Probably only my teammates from Blue Flag Racing.
All right, Cheesemaker. Well, good job out there today, buddy. Good job.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for broadcasting.
Right. Yes, sir. We will see if we can't get. I see Fladmarks in TeamSpeak, so we'll see if we can't get a word in with him. All right. I'm not sure how you say that. Is it Bjorn or is it? How do you say that?
Well done. It's not easy, I guess. It's Bjorn.
Okay, Bjorn. Okay. Tell us about your race there, winning in your class today. Great job. How was the rough feeling for you out there today? You finished the first in your class in the rough class.
Yeah, thank you. It was awesome and hectic.
Yeah, we noticed a lot of lap down cars out there. Did you have any trouble passing any of the lap cars, or did they give way pretty well?
Well, I think it's actually much harder to pass cars that are giving way because you expect them to hold the line, and when they suddenly jerk off to the side to let you by, then you can misunderstand and hit them.
No, I'll definitely. Yeah, I can see sometimes where that could be a little bit of a bothersome. But congratulations on your first place in your class today, Bjorn. You got anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or say hello to?
Yeah, I would like to thank Michael for hosting and to you guys for broadcasting. That's awesome.
Well, we're glad to do this for you guys. It's kind of become the thing to do now. Everybody likes to have, it kind of makes it like it's more professional, and you get to go back and kick back later and watch this and laugh at it, or say, oh, I could have done this, or boy, that guy was quick, he was faster than I was. There's a lot of things that you can actually look at later that you can't see when you're driving in that car. Sure, you can go back and watch the replay and you can look at it from many different camera angles, but you can't hear the play-by-play, and it really does make a difference. So, but again, congratulations, Bjorn, on your win here of your class and the rough class. Congratulations on it today.
Thank you, man. And I also would like to say that I had a really rough entering to the pits there. I really overshot it and just managed to squeeze myself in. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I mean, that was almost race over for me.
Oh man, no, we didn't see that. Didn't see that. But all right, well, great job, buddy. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we've got. Let's see if we can get one more in here. Maybe Brian Herring. We'll try to get Brian Herring in here, and then maybe we can get Dog down here to talk to him.
Yeah.
Brian Herring, this is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Brian, what a race you did today. Coming home 2.4 seconds behind Evan. Was you starting to get a little pumped up when you were catching him as quick as you were them last couple laps?
Oh, definitely. He had a really good pace the whole race. I was just trying to keep up with him. I think in the last few laps he had a little bobble in the chicane and I was catching him. I finally found my pace running 49s and 48s near the end, but he just had too much of a gap. I let go.
Yeah, it looked like a great race out there, though. You just seemed to be hooked up, but we did notice them last couple of laps, you were really putting the hammer down. And, I think it's that kind of like psychological part of it that it's like, man, I'm catching him, and you just want to hit the gas more. But you were catching him enough to, warrant that. It was slipping and sliding on you on the track. You were getting loose coming off the turns, a little wiggly coming out of the turns, we noticed. But for most of the day, you just seemed to be on a rail.
I tried my best. The car was set up to be pretty conservative because there was this track with all the traffic. You just have to make sure you make it to the end. And at the end, I just decided to go as hard as I could for it. And especially in that chicane, I finally picked up some time and went for it. But I just didn't have enough to catch him in the end.
Right. Well, congratulations anyhow. Well-deserved second place today. Good job, Brian. And you want to give a thank you out to anybody?
Really, I just wanted to thank Michael for having this particular league because I'm a dad and I don't have much time. And them having a place that all of us can come and race is a really good thing for me. And my wife who's giving me the time to do this, of course.
10-4 on that. Yeah, well, I think we can all relate to that, Brian. But great race out there today, and congratulations coming home second place again.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
All right, you too. All right, one more. We'll see if we can get Dog down here and talk to him, and we'll call it a cast. Dog, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, Dog, how you doing? Coming home second. We don't have the winner of your class, but try to get a word in with you. Go, boy. I don't see him in TeamSpeak here, or we could have talked to him.
No, I don't think he has TeamSpeak set up yet.
Yeah.
For the most part, our league hasn't used TeamSpeak yet, and it's sort of a new thing for a lot of our guys. Like Bjorn here, he just installed it just before he popped in here, so it was it was sort of on the fly for them.
Yeah. Well, uh, great job out there today, dog. Good race. You come home second in your class. I didn't look. I was going to look real quick here. I think you were. Let's see. You actually finished 13th in the race. So, but tell us about your race today and how it went.
It was pretty good. Lots of respect I found. Early on, Pogo Boy, the guy that came in first in my class, Pogo Boy and I kind of misjudged our braking speeds, and I ended up ending him right off the bat. I think lap 3 or 4, or something like that. And I kind of apologized for that. And then from there, something with my front end just wasn't running right, and it was getting kind of sketchy, especially when I tried slowing down to let some of the faster cars by, and it just would skitter out on me every once in a while. And closer to the end, as the tires started wearing and the fuel got lighter, it kind of just spun out into the grass there a few times. I ended up hitting the walls, having 8-9 minute pit stop, and then I was still gonna be able to catch Pogo, and then I ended up after that first repair, it didn't repair right, and it didn't want to turn right for me, so I ended up plowing right into the straight wall on just before the chicane, and that took me down a good 12 laps.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun out there, and yeah, we did see a lot of respect by them drivers. Every one of them seemed like it when it's they were slower and a faster car come up on them, they got out of the way. We talked to Bjorn there a little bit, and he said sometimes that kind of threw a little clinker in the works, though, because when you're expecting somebody to go to the right, or I think it was Brian Herring, I believe. Sometimes you expect them to go one way and they go the other way, and it kind of does slow them down just a little bit because they're not sure what's going on. But yeah, a lot of respect out on the track. We just absolutely amazing, all the respect. So, but great race out there today, dog. You got anybody special you want to say hello to? I mean, everybody's been saying thank you to you, so who do you want to thank?
Just everybody in general. It was a great race. The new guys like Evan, this is his first race with the league, and he just blew away everybody. Really good job there. Lots of the guys. Bjorn has been with us for a while. He's top runner most of the time. I'm actually really surprised with all the new recruits. Like in the last week, we've gotten about 27 new guys try applying to the league, and the new guys that are running with us, they I think that's where we're getting the little bit of confusion for the laps or passing and so forth. But it's as they're getting used to the league, that'll clear up. Most of the older guys in the league know where the heck where somebody's expecting to go, but it's still learning strokes to get the new guys into the flow with the older guys.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you've got a race later on this evening. Let's talk about that a little bit here. Where are you going to be running, and what classes are you going to be running?
It's going to be an identical setup to this race because we have two identical series running at the same time, just so that we can catch some people in one side of the world and then other side of the world, and we space it out so that we can catch the different parts of the world and make it even. We have the practices all set up so that they're all the same, so it just makes it so that the point standings, if you can only make the evening races, then you can be ranked in that one. If you can only catch the morning races, you can be ranked in that one, and you don't have to worry about losing point standings because you just physically can't get to those races. So I'm going to be running in the DP for the evening race, because what I do generally is I run whatever new car to the league, and every weekend the least used vehicle gets booted out and replaced with a new one. So the morning race I'm always on the new vehicle, and then the evening race I'm in whichever one was least used. Last event for the league, it actually ended up being 2 vehicles got booted out, so I'm running the 2 new vehicles to the league today.
Well, it didn't look like the Legends car was a popular choice on this one here, so that's kind of a pretty slow car here, but from what I'm understanding, it is a lot of fun here to run. So maybe that's an option there. So, but anyhow, Evan, thanks for having us broadcast here. We appreciate it very much. And if there's nothing else here, we're going to run over the results here real quick.
I just got one thing. Doug, what are you gonna what are your plans for the future with the road racing league you have going now?
Just evolve it a bit more. Like the track selection is always picked by the membership themselves. I put up a vote for with all of the tracks available in iRacing, and I put that up for 10 weeks of the season, and whatever top 12 is there, that's what picks the track selection. But I like the constantly rotating vehicles, and it's just fun to have a group that all respects each other and likes the variation. I also try picking layouts on the set of tracks that aren't normally used, so it makes it a little bit more different than most of the official races just because it's layouts that aren't normally used.
Yeah, I think it's pretty neat because I mean I think this is one of the options people have been looking for is a multi-class steady series like you're doing now and broadcasted live. So I think you should have a lot of good turnout with this.
Oh yeah, like that last season we were averaging only 8.3 people per race if you average it over the 24 races that we had, and this race there was 18 people that joined, so right there that's more than double what we had.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like a lot of fun. I wish I was out there doing it, but like I said, I think you guys are way out of my league.
All right, well, run over the results here real quick. Looks like the Riley Daytona prototype here. Evan going to come home the winner, actually the winner of the race, but the winner of his class. Brian Herring in second, Jeffrey Belk in third, one lap down. Yanni in fourth place there, Rumble Seat fifth. Jimmy Effling in the sixth spot. All right, let's move over to the rough here. Bjorn in the top spot, which we talked to him finishing 12 laps down, but top of his class. Great job by him today. Definitely showed the class of the rough out there. Great job by him. Cheesemaker coming in second, Joey third. I'm not even sure how you say that. Lanier? Is that Leonier? Anyhow, coming in fourth, Cerberus fifth, Crusher in sixth. And moving over to the Skip Barber class here, Pogo Boy beating out Dog by 4 laps. Dog had a pretty strong car the early part of the race, and apparently they got together, and Dog had too much damage, had to sit in the pits for like 9 minutes to get that damage fixed up. And Pogo Boy happened to get by him, and Pogo Boy winning that class. So, but great race out here by these guys, and we'll be back later on this evening. I believe it's 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard.
All right, and we'll be back here and same race, but we'll see you then.
We'll see you. We'll see you out there, Dog, and it's been a pleasure doing this for you.
Thank you guys for doing the broadcast.
10-4. We'll catch you on later.